announcement by Tata Steel regarding the number of job losses in the UK, will the Minister make a statement on the impact these losses will have in Wales, and in particular with the plant in Talbot?
Yes, of course. Well, first of all, Tata Steel did not make an announcement yesterday. However, the news articles did report on questions that were asked of staff and an internal memo from Tata Steel. Now, I can assure the member that we continue to engage with Tata Steel about how their transformation programme will impact on operations in Wales, and indeed we continue to impress upon them the importance of standing by their commitment to seek to avoid compulsory redundancies and reduce job losses to an absolute minimum.
Thank the Minister for that answer, and I thank him for his correction in my question as well. But clearly we have mixed views on the news that came out yesterday, whichever way it came out. The 1,000 job losses that had been projected for the UK has gone down to 500. So that's a good bit of news, but of course there's still 500 job losses, whether they be in compulsory redundancies, which we've been informed there will not be, but there are still job losses as an opportunity for young people to move into careers in the steel industry. We still got no detail as to where those job losses will be or what functions they would be within. So it is important, I think, that we now get that detail, and therefore I'm sure you agree with me that it is important that they respect that and respect the steel workers and give them those details. In the original announcement, they indicated that by February we'd know where the functions would be, and it's now March and we just simply got information that the job numbers have gone down, but still no detail on where those functions will be or where those functions are located. And that's important. Steel workers are given continued dedication to Tata, maintaining and strengthening the steel industry over that difficult time. They faced challenges since 2017 announcement, and there's global challenges as well. So it is important that they are given that same respect back by Tata by giving them those details. But I also agree that it doesn't remove the challenges facing the steel industry in Wales and the UK. And the CEO of Tata Europe, Henrik Adam, himself indicated there are serious financial challenges still facing the industry. Therefore, will you ensure that the Welsh Government looks to how it can support investment in the steel sector? And will you again, I know you called upon it before, but again call upon the UK Government and the new Secretary of State to have a Steel Council meeting to look at how we can actually expand the steel industry? They've just sold British Steel in Scunthorpe off to a Chinese company, but with its commitment of £1.2 billion investment over the years. Tata have indicated some investment, but we need investment at that level to ensure we have a playing field in which Tata in Talbot and Tata in Wales can actually face the global challenges that are coming down the line. And therefore, will you take that message back to London to ensure that this is a 21st century business? It is modern, it's not old, it is modern business. It has a strong future, and a UK economy needs a strong steel industry. We make sure that message is made loud and clear in London.
Can I thank Guy Rees for his questions and the points that he's made, which are absolutely right. After I repeatedly called for a UK steel roundtable to be convened, one was convened on the 5th of February. There were two major issues raised at that roundtable. One concerned procurement and the need to ensure that we use steel produced in the UK on UK infrastructure projects. And then the second concerned the incredibly high cost of energy and the need for the UK Government to address this. Now, Deputy Llywydd, I haven't been able to check on the very latest announcements as part of the budget, but the message was absolutely clear at that round table that the Government had to take an opportunity in this budget to announce measures to alleviate the high and volatile costs of electric. That is absolutely vital if the sector is to transition to a low-carbon position in the years to come, which will be assisted by, of course, development money from Welsh Government and UK Government. Now, a lot has been said about funds such as the Industrial Energy Transformation Fund and the Clean Steel Fund, but I think we need to bear in mind the scale of these funds compared to funds that are being rolled out elsewhere. It amounts to about £500 million in total over several years for the whole of the sector in the UK and indeed other sectors where energy-intensive operations are found. £500 million over several years. Compare that with the £5 billion that the Dutch government is investing every year in decarbonisation of industry. And that demonstrates why the UK government really does need to take more ambitious action in this regard, listen to the steel sector and implement change as necessary. Now, Di Rees is absolutely right that whilst we can't, well, it would be inappropriate to discuss at length a leaked memo, it does give us heart that we are seeing a movement in the right direction insofar as Tata is concerned and the Welsh plants are concerned. I can inform members that I, along with the First Minister, had a very, very productive meeting with Henrik Adam, CEO of Tata Steel Europe, just a few weeks ago, where we discussed a number of issues, including their transformation plan. The company made it clear that they would be providing me with a formal update on the impact on the Welsh sites, according to their transformation plans. As soon as that information is available, they are still looking into issues concerning the identity of the proposed jobs that will be lost. But I pledge to update members as soon as I have had that formal notification.
Thank you. Helen Mary Jones.
Diolch,